Hi everybody, Lori here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to be a part of the 5 Ways in 5 Days holiday series, and my video today is featuring gift card giving. I'm going to walk you through 5 creative ways that you can package up your gift cards for the holidays, and I have a variety of options. We have just a pop-up gift card holder in a card, a little pocket note. Here's a little pocket tag. There's also, if you like, an interactive option. Here's a 3D pop-up card, and this pops up and it displays your gift card for the whole world to see. It also folds flat and fits perfectly inside an A2 size envelope. And then the last project I'm going to show you is just a simple little shape card, an arch domed shape card with a little pocket inside to hold a gift card. So this is a longer video. I'm going to walk you through all 5 of these creative ideas for gift card giving. Idea number 1 is the pop-up gift card holder. And this is just it looks like a regular card on the outside, but when you open it up, there's a surprise pop-up gift card holder on the inside. Okay, so I'm creating an A2 size card. I'm using some 110-pound Nina Solar White. I also have a panel of khaki and a panel of leaf green or green leaf. I have the measurements written on there if you need to reference the exact size, but they're just a little bit smaller layering panels to go onto the white card base. I'm going to use the CZ Kathy Zilski Ho Ho Deer Circle die. It's not a new one, but it's one of my favorites. And it die cuts a cute little deer with an open circle. And then I'm going to use some of the Simon Says Stamp nested circle dies. I chose one that is just slightly larger than that Ho Ho Deer circle. And I'm going to die cut the circle into the leaf green panel. So I'm going to take both of these panels off camera and run them through my die cutting machine. And you'll see when you layer these two together. Now, one thing I want to say is I purposefully tried to create a few options that would be great for masculine gift card giving. I know a lot of times people are always looking for masculine gift and card ideas, and I kind of love the masculine side of things. Very clean, simple, not too frou-frou, although I do one at the end that I would say is a little more feminine. But this one here would be great if you're looking for an option for your favorite guy. Okay, so I glued a little lipstick red panel behind the deer nose for Rudolph. Okay, now for sentiment, I'm going to emboss the sentiment right onto that leaf green panel, and I'm using Kathy Zilski's Sassy Christmas stamp set. Just that simple little Merry Christmas. Again, I'm like keeping things simple for the holidays. Okay, so I'm going to rub down this leaf green panel with my magic powder bag or whatever kind of powder tool you like to use. I'm using Versamark ink for my embossing ink, and I stamp it. I used to stamp things twice to make it nice, but now I stamp it thrice to make it suffice. Oh yeah. Okay, then I'm pouring on a little Simon Says Stamp white embossing powder a couple times just to make sure you get good coverage. And then I will heat this with the heat gun. You want to make sure your heat gun is piping hot. That way you get the least amount of warpage. And then I'm going to simply just adhere this leaf green panel with tape runner. You could also pop it up if you want. But for this layer here, I'm just adhering it flat onto that khaki panel. You can see how you've got the khaki showing through on the outer border and on the inside with the deer. And then I did put foam tape on the back of this, popping it up onto that white card base. See how clean, simple, yet great for the holidays. Now for the inside, I'm using some honeybee stamps, gingham galore pattern paper for my pop-up gift card holder. So I chose a little red gingham, and this is the Simon Says Stamp pop-up gift card holder die. So easy. Take it off camera, run it through my die cutting machine. It scores it, cuts it. You can't quite see the score lines, but they're there. You just easily fold it on the outer edges. It folds up in the middle, and it creates a little pocket that you put on the inside of the card. Now to adhere this, I'm using some Simon Says Stamp Terrific tape. And this is great because you don't need scissors. You tear it. That's why it's called Terrific. And this is the 1/4 inch tape. I also use the 1/8" tape. I have them both, use them all the time. Definite staples. Okay, so you're just going to adhere this right into the crease on the inside of your card. Want to make sure you line it up and get it straight. And there you have it, bada boom. How easy was that? And you have this little surprise pop-up gift card holder, and you can slide your little gift card in there and it stays put, and it's a little surprise. Now you could add this pop-up gift card holder to the inside of any of your cards for any occasion throughout the year. If you already have some holiday cards and you want to add that on the inside, you can turn it into a pop-up gift card holder, which surprises the recipient. No one expects it, and it's a lot of fun. Okay, we're moving on to gift card giving idea number 2, which is a pocket tag. So I'm starting with the large tag dies. These are by Simon Says Stamp. Just showing you how a little Apple gift card kind of fits snug as a bug right there. So I'm using that khaki cardstock again. I used the khaki throughout the whole video. It's great for the holidays, kind of a neutral. And I cut 2 tags. I'm also using one of the Simon Says Stamp nested circle dies, and I'm going to die cut that tag right in half. And I use the circle die because it gives it a nice kind of swoopy edge to the top, just a little added detail. And I'm using some of these Waffle Flower Crafts foam adhesive strips. They just seem to be the perfect width to add a little bit of foam adhesive on the sides and on the bottom to create your little pocket. It's just big enough. And I'll show you later how this Apple gift card is a little bit smaller than my other gift cards. So depending on the size of your gift card, you're going to want to make sure and check that this actually fits. But I was very pleasantly surprised to see that this Apple gift card fit like it was meant to be. Okay, now to zhuzh up the pocket tag, I'm going to stamp a little candy cane. I'm using Pucker Positively Saturated ink. The candy cane is from the Holiday Silhouette stamp set, also designed by Kathy Zilski. And I stamped this twice for a nice red candy cane. I'm also going to stamp some, is this holly? I think it's holly. I don't think it's mistletoe. I want to say it's holly. I stamped that with Fairway green ink on a little panel of Hammer Mill cardstock. I'm using the coordinating dies from the Holiday Silhouettes by Kathy Zilski. Take it off camera. Again, this is another very simple option. I don't think it's too feminine, too masculine. It could go either way. Also in the Holiday Silhouettes was this simple little joy sentiment. Stamping that with black ink. And I'm using the coordinating dies for these 3 elements that I'm going to use to zhuzh up my pocket tag. So I put a little foam tape on the back of everything, you know, because dimension is life for the holidays. Okay, now here's one thing that's kind of fun. For the holly, if that is indeed holly, I pulled out some Pretty Pink Posh ruby red pearls, and I slapped those on with a little Bearly Arts glue and my embellishment wand, and that makes a delicious looking berry, if I do say so myself. Now for the tag, you could use ribbon. I have some baker's twine, whatever you want to do to tie your tag. You can hang this on the Christmas tree, hang it on a gift, hang it on a doorknob. Now, see how this gift card, it's too big. It doesn't fit. Okay, so that's why I say make sure and check that your gift card is the right size. I didn't know this, but all gift cards are not the same size. So there's a little word to the wise. Now the Apple gift card does fit snug as a bug in a rug. Okay, but now the pop-up gift card holder, that puppy will hold any size gift card under the sun. It gives you plenty of room. Okay, so there is your pocket tag. Now, idea number 3. This is called the large pocket note. Everything's got a pocket, okay? Now, this is the large pocket note die by Simon Says Stamp. I'm using more of that Gingham Galore pattern paper by Honeybee Stamps. I love it because it's double-sided. And I'm going to run this through because you're going to see the outer and the inner. So it's nice when the pattern paper is double-sided. But you also could just use regular solid color cardstock. Now this just so happened to be the absolute perfect size on the inside for a gift card. Okay, so I have one here, And see how it just fits? And the apple one's a little bit smaller. They both fit perfectly though. I would probably use a glue dot or some tape runner. Now to zhuzh up my pocket note, I pulled out one of my favorite dies for the holidays, the vintage Christmas station wagon. You just can't get any better than a vintage Christmas station wagon. So I have some lipstick red for the station wagon, a little green, leaf green for the tree. I have some matte silver for the wheels and the little bumper and whatnot for the car. And this all comes together very easily. I put a little foam tape on the back of my wagon to pop it up, but you don't have to. You could just glue it flat down onto your little pocket note. You've got the Christmas tree on top of the station wagon, and this is just vintage festive goodness right here. And then all the little doodads that go on the wheels. Put a little foam tape on the back of the black wheel, and then I'm using some Bearly Arts glue to adhere the detail on the wheel. I have some smoke cardstock and matte silver for the inner part of, I don't know what the anatomy of wheels is called, but what is it, a hubcap? Something like that. Okay, so then you have the little, oh, what are these called? The bumper? I think. Okay, that's the matte silver part, and I'm just adhering those on. Now for a cute little sentiment, I pulled out the reverse Christmas wishes sentiment strip. Now these are going to come in so handy for the holidays, because when you just don't have the time and energy to think of a sentiment, you pull out a sentiment strip, you trim it up with your little paper trimmer, and you slap it on. Slap it on your card, your tag, your pocket note, bada boom, bada bing. Who's got time, right? Little foam tape on the back, nestle it under the station wagon, season's greetings. And there you have, this is so cute. Okay, now for a gift card. Like I said, I'd probably use a glue dot or maybe a little tape runner that could hold down temporarily your gift card. And so the little Apple gift card fits great. The larger one also fits. So I think this could fit any size gift card. I think it also could work great for a masculine little gift card option. Cute little pocket note. Slap that on, anything for the holidays. And there you have option number 3. Now we're on to gift card giving idea number 4, the 3D pop-up card. Here's an interactive one. Little extra work, but a little extra wow. Okay, I have some Schoolhouse Red cardstock, a little bit darker red, and I die cut 2 of these 3D card die panels. If you go on the Simon Says website and look up 3D card die, there are videos that show you exactly how to put this together. Very clear and concise, in case what I'm doing is too fast or doesn't make any sense at all. But basically you just die cut it, fold it. The score lines are already in there. You are going to need a panel of white cardstock cut to these dimensions, and that's going to be your little card portion inside the pop-up. Now I'm using more of this Terrific in the 1/4 inch width. I'm going to put that on the bottom and then a little bit on the top little tabs. This is actually really, really easy. I know it looks intimidating. A lot of times interactive cards can appear very intimidating, but let me tell you, if I can do it, anyone can do it. So I tear off the backing of that first little bottom flap. This is where you adhere your white panel. You just line it up, make sure it's in between the 2 tabs on the top, and then you're going to adhere the bottom one. I can't even describe what I'm doing, but hopefully you can see. I can't talk today. It's a long video. Listen, I'm used to making 5-minute videos, and this one's 25. Okay, so it's a stretch for me, and it's a stretch for you. Hang in there, and we're going to get her done. We're going to get her done for the holidays. You just adhere these 2 little tabs together, like so. Everything just gets brought to the middle, and that's it. That's it. There you have a 3D pop-up card, and it folds flat, like so, nice and flat. Make sure all your seams are tightly adhered together. Now I pulled out some more pattern paper to zhuzh it up. This is the My Favorite Things Joyful Plaid pattern paper pack. It's not double-sided, but these extra little rectangular dies come in the 3D card die set, and they are great for zhuzhing up your card if you want to add a little extra color, a little detail. It's totally optional. You don't have to do it. But if you like to zhuzh, you can. Okay, and it's a great time to use up some of that pattern paper. I don't know if you're like me, but I have a lot of pattern paper and I need to use it. I just need to use it is what I need to do. I love a good plaid for the holidays. I love a good plaid any time of the year, but especially for the holidays. So I'm adhering these little panels with tape runner right onto my box so you can see how that shows on the top and on the sides. It just adds a little pop of detail if you so desire. Now for a sentiment, I pulled out that Kathy Zielski Holiday Silhouette stamp set again, and I'm going to emboss a sentiment in white on a little strip of black cardstock. So I prepped my black cardstock with a powder bag, and I'm inking it up with Versamark ink a couple times, 2 or 3, whatever you need to do. And then I'm pouring on some Simon's Stamp white embossing powder, and I'm going to heat this with a heat gun. And it says, wishing you a very Merry Christmas. And then I'm going to take the coordinating die from the Holiday Silhouettes die set, cut that out. I love when a sentiment has a coordinating die, don't you? And then I'm going to pop this up right on the top. You could do it on the top or on the side. It's debatable. Now for a little extra something something, I stamped a little mini holly leaf. I really should have looked that up because if it's mistletoe, I'm going to be embarrassed. Using the coordinating die, I think it's holly though. Cut that out, put a little dab of foam tape on the back, and just flank it. Just flank it right on the side of the sentiment. And then I had some of those little bitty, pretty pink posh, ruby red pearls for the berries. I can't resist it. I cannot. I mean, when you look at it, it's just so cute. Okay, so this is basically finished. Let those berries dry, but this is how I would put the gift card on. You could also put it on the back if you don't want to put it on the front. Use a little tape runner to pop on the gift card, and you could write a message on the back of that panel behind, or not, you know, but you could display it. If you had a really cute gift card that maybe was vertical and looked nice sitting on there, that'd be such a cute little display. Again, like I said, this folds perfectly flat, fits inside an A2 size envelope, and it's an interactive 3D pop-up card die for your gift card giving. And now we are on to the last option. Have you stayed with me? Have I worn you out? Are you still in this? Okay, number 5, which might be my favorite. I took some cream cardstock and I'm creating an A2 size card. This is going to be a dome shaped card. I feel like this is the year for the dome details on cards. Everywhere I look, people are doing dome. It's the trend and it's beautiful and I'm here for it. So I pulled out the domed arches dies, the nested domed arches dies. These are by Simon's Stamp, and I chose the 3rd from the largest. There's a lot in there, but I really just chose one that was slightly larger than a gift card. So this is not, you can see how this is quite a bit smaller than an A2 size card. You could really make it any size you want. But I die cut that into my card base. I'm going to die cut another one out of cream, out of that same size, and I'll adhere this on top of my dome card base. So this is a simple little dome shape card. You have a cream. Now I'm going to layer it with a white dome. White on cream is my favorite neutral on neutral combination for the holidays and for any time of the year. Okay, so I chose the next size smaller dome. I'm going to die cut a panel out of white. This is Hammermill cardstock, but you use whatever white tickles your fancy. Going to do a little stenciling on this, and I pulled out the, what are these called? The Domed Arches Stencils. And I found the one that is just slightly smaller than my domed panel, and I'm going to blend. Just a subtle blend. I'm using the combination of blush, positively saturated ink, and fairway. A little red on the top, a little green on the bottom. And if you want to customize this throughout the year, change up the colors. but the basic recipe, the base of it all, can be used any time of the year. Okay, so we have red and green, a subtle blend on the background. Now when I lift up the stencil, you get that beautiful white border around the edge, and it just looks classy and soft. So I think this one lends itself better on the feminine side. Now for a little foliage. I pulled out the Christmas foliage dies. I did some out of vellum, little lipstick red, a little leaf green. I even did a pine branch, but I didn't end up using it. So there we got the, what is this, the holly again, and then a little branch out of vellum. I'm going to go ahead and stamp a sentiment right onto my blended dome panel, and this is the Christmas Blessings stamp set, and I chose this one that says joy. I like the combination with the scripty font and the straight up type. I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black ink to stamp this right in the center of my panel. Wishing you so much joy. I love that for the holidays. And then I'm going to pop up my panel onto the cream domed base and adhering my little foliage with Bearly Arts glue. I did trim down the little vellum sprigs to make them just slightly smaller. Since it is a smaller size card, sometimes you got to make smaller size foliage. So we got the vellum flanking the top right and the bottom left. And then you've got your holly leaves. I'm just kind of framing the sentiment. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Just create a little foliage for the holiday. And then now I did adhere the berries, which were die cut. But if you wanted, you could also use those pretty pink posh ruby red pearls because they are delicious. And a little bit on the left. I made the left one slightly smaller, so it's symmetrical yet interesting. And there you have your domed arch shape card. Now to make it a pocket, to have a little pocket on the inside to house your gift card, I took the domed arch, I die cut another little panel out of cream. I trimmed it down because you don't need it to be very big, but you need the width to be the right size. Now this time I used the 1/8 inch Terrific tape, and I'm putting this right on the inside of my card, and this will be your little simple pocket to slip in a gift card like so. And you could really add this. I do this all the time for my kids. I add that little side pocket on the inside of a card. If they have a birthday party and they want to slip some cash in or a gift card, I add a little pocket, little side pocket on the inside of any card that you have. But extra special when it's a dome-shaped card for the holidays. And that concludes our 5 ways in 5 days gift card giving video. Here's a little recap. Want to mention that all the supplies that I use will be listed in the description box below. Make sure and follow the Simon's Stamp blog for the whole 5 ways in 5 days holiday series. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.
Hi there, I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at SimonsSaysStamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.